Let me introduce at this time our two senior speakers. Morgan Delp is a senior with a 3.55 grade point average. Her major is history and her minor is journalism. Morgan intends to pursue a career as a writer. At Hillsdale, she belongs to the Catholic Society and the Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority. She volunteers for the King's Cupboard Project and the Hillsdale Buddy Project and serves on the Student Athletic Advisory Committee. She also helps with the campus newspaper. That's an understatement. She's the editor of the campus newspaper this year. She participates in the journalism program and plays on the women's tennis team. To help cover her college expenses, she works as a student affairs mentor as well. I teased Morgan before the ceremony that I was going to add that she also takes classes. Morgan is the oldest of 5 children. Her sister Sydney attends Hillsdale. The family resides in Holland, Ohio, and her father is the chairman and chief executive officer of the TDC companies.
Thank you, Dr. Whalen. Good afternoon, Hillsdale College class of 2018, parents, students, faculty, staff, and guests. I am truly honored to be able to speak to you all today. It's hard to believe that 3 years ago, I sat where you are sitting. It's even harder to believe that my sister Sydney is sitting among you as a mentor in her 3rd year here, and that my little brother Dugan is sitting out there as a freshman. A part of me wants to use this time to embarrass him in front of his future classmates, since he is so smart and clever that it's usually him poking fun at me, but I will spare him that humiliation and you all the family stories. When it was time to say goodbye to my family, like you will do soon, I turned to face my dad, whose eyes were welling up with tears. I couldn't believe my strong, optimistic dad was crying at my departure. Starting to become emotional myself and preparing words of encouragement in my head, I embraced him in a hug. I expected some heartfelt words from dear old Dad as his firstborn left home for the first time. But instead, he said, "I wish I was going to college." While lacking appropriate fatherly sentiment, my dad, a Hillsdale graduate, summed up in that act how special and happy of a place Hillsdale was for him. While a lot of things have changed around here since he graduated in 1986, the happiness of its students has not. Recently, the prestigious Princeton Review ranked Hillsdale 10th in happiest students of all colleges in the country. The reason? It's the people. Seen on a sign as you enter Hillsdale, this well-worn motto reflects the friendliness and quirkiness of the town's 8,000 or so citizens. Although it has almost become a cliche around here, it's a fitting summation for the college as well. We are all here because we believe in higher things, like beauty, truth, and goodness, even if you haven't learned exactly how to express them yet. We want to become better thinkers, better people. It is happy to be around others who value these things. At a certain level, it starts with the faculty and staff. They truly care about us students. My professors have had my classmates and me to their homes for dinner multiple times. I have given tennis lessons to my professors' children. People invite their teachers to their weddings. I have attended a wedding of 2 students that was held at a professor's house. Just the other morning, Steve Kasai, who greets everyone as they enter the North family dining room, made it a point to show me a picture of myself playing tennis in one of the recent Hillsdale mailings. The kindness of those that lead our school trickles down to and throughout the rest of campus. Homer, in the Odyssey, a book you freshmen will all read, said, "For a friend with an understanding heart is worth no less than a brother." Homer is right, and you will make those family-like friends here at Hillsdale. It's a hard school, and understanding will come in handy from your roommate when, in a couple weeks, you receive your first ever C and cry on the phone to your mom for an hour. But that understanding friend will also be there to celebrate your first A, which you achieve only after hundreds of combined library and office hours. Some of your best memories will be staying up until 2 a.m. in the Sweets little computer room, writing a Western religion essay with 4 of your hallmates, or bonding in the library with someone unexpected while trying to understand the physics of Isaac Newton for your physical science class. You'll look back and remember the van rides to the Upper Peninsula with your tennis team, the president's balls with your sorority sisters, the welcome parties with friends, the late nights in the collegiate office with your fellow editors. At least, these are the things I know I will remember. There's something more than just our shared age group and approximate location that draw us into these friendships with one another. It's that truth that our real school motto tells us we pursue, as expressed in our honor code. Every other student here has signed and agreed to this code, like you have. Sure, we will fail to live up to that at times, but we attend a school where others hold you accountable for your actions. Being honorable, dutiful, and respectful, as that code states, is important. The best examples of this duty and the kindness of the people on this campus can be summed up in two embarrassing experiences I had my freshman year, which may serve to ease your nerves the first time you show up late to class or trip walking up the dorm stairs. One evening, while eating dinner in the dining hall by myself, I made myself a bowl of the granola cereal. I devoured it, but within minutes, I could feel my throat swelling. I'm allergic to one of the nuts in the mix, and being the flippant freshman I was, didn't think to ask any of the employees what the mix contained. I sprinted to the back office, where two students who saw me panicking followed quickly behind. The food staff went to work on calling 911 and getting me help. One of the students, a close friend, stayed with me to keep me calm, while the other, a girl I barely knew, sprinted to my dorm room to retrieve my EpiPen. I lucked out because she was a nationally ranked swimmer who was also very fast on land. I recovered quickly after a trip to the ER, where my friend stayed with me the entire time. You think I would have learned my lesson at that point, but only weeks later, I suffered a similar reaction in AJ's Cafe, this time by the ice cream. God was watching over me again, because as my throat started to swell and I slunk down lower in my AJ's booth, two girls noticed my concern and marched me to the bathroom. This time I had my EpiPen. I will never forget how the one let me squeeze her hand until it turned blue as I injected myself with the pen, and how the other drove me to the Hillsdale Hospital in that year's first snowstorm, driving about 15 miles per hour the entire way. While I hope all of you do not have to learn the greatness of Hillsdale's people in this embarrassing and dangerous way, I do hope you do experience it. What's more, I hope you become these people to others. Be the people that seek the best in themselves and others. Be the ones that uphold our honor code. Be the people that think for themselves, practice individual responsibility, and work hard. If you embrace the next 4 years and beyond in such a way, it may be you sitting out there 25 years from now, tearing up as you say goodbye to your daughter on her first day of college, remembering the people that made Hillsdale College so special.